Good evening and welcome back to my mid-evening Saturday video. Why? Well, work gets in the way sometimes. Well, of course, laundry had to get done too. And in between work and laundry, actually, there was no between. Well, actually, there was a work between work and laundry. It's called walking home from work, and then showering after I started my laundry, and then vacuuming the place, and then finishing the 1971 quarterfinals. Yeah, there was a game 7, and yeah, Montreal beat Boston. At that time, I considered it a bit of an upset because Boston finished first in their division, and Montreal finished third. It was still a kind of that format. Fucking fly again. Yeah, and yeah, Montreal won. Because as the hockey guy said in his season by season history recaps, the Boston Montreal playoff matchup was a bad matchup for Boston. At least it was between 1943 and 1988. Yeah, so now after finishing the 71 quarters, it's now an 11 playoff series in a row that Montreal's beaten Boston. It was 2-2 after the 42-43 season. Since then, 11 in a row. Crazy. Oh, it gets longer and longer and longer. Yeah, they met several times between 71 and when Boston beat them again in 88. So, yeah. So we got Montreal versus Minnesota in one semifinal. We got Chicago versus New York in the other semifinal. Yeah, I told you there would be like a crossover. And also Chicago getting put in with the expansion division. Yeah, Chicago gets put into the expansion division with Philadelphia, Oakland, LA, St. Louis, Minnesota. And I'm missing one. Pittsburgh. Yeah, okay, it was Oakland, Pittsburgh, LA, Minnesota, Philadelphia, St. Louis. Yes, there we go. Chicago put into it, so it's left. Well, it was once the original 6th division, now left with 5 teams. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Rangers, Boston, and this is when they put in Buffalo and Vancouver, so to even things out. Or trust me, there's 2 more coming. Not after this season, then after next season. After the 72 postseason. Yes. So there you go. Chicago versus New York and Minnesota versus Montreal. Yeah, this is where you start hearing about some guy named Ken Dryden. 6 regular season games played in the 70-71 regular season. And then he decides, yeah, let's go win a Stanley Cup. Pids. This journey continues as we hit the semis. Yes. And now it's time for that clue. Oof. Oh, by the way, Montreal beat Calgary in the first CFL game of the day, 28-11, and last I seen, Toronto was up 27-11 on Hamilton. Now for yesterday's Jeopardy recap, musical monuments for $1,200. Answer. The statue of this pigtailed country legend in Austin, Texas, includes his guitar trigger. I guess these people do name their guitars. Anyways, question. Who is Willie Nelson? Didn't I just mention his name yesterday? It was this. Today's musical monuments for 2000. Answer. In 2018, Howard Jones unveiled a statue of this late rocker in Aylesbury, the town where he debuted his Ziggy Stardust persona. That has got to be David Bowie. If it isn't David Bowie, there's a problem. Let's not confuse Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie, with Iggy Pop, because Iggy Pop is another person altogether. So Ziggy Stardust was David Bowie. So there you go. And my candle's almost out because I can see the bottom showing up. So yeah. Anyways, do I have any more of those? No, I gotta go get another batch of those. So yeah, so in the meantime and in between time, stay tuned for the next one.